Hello, a very good day to you and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On the program today, residents of a local government in River State, Cross River State that is, count their losses after a clash between two factions. The Plateau State government considers the option of granting amnesty to those in possession of firearms. And Registrar of Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board asks Senate to suspend planned amendment of Act. To begin in the South-South part of the country, the hearing of the case of 14-year-old Ese Oruru, allegedly kidnapped from Bayelsa State, has been shifted to December the 8th, 2006. The postponement follows the absence of the presiding judge of the Federal High Court in Yenagoa, the state capital, today, although both the prosecuting counsel and the defense team were present in the court for continuation of the hearing. No reason was given by the court officials on the absence of the judge. The accused, Dairu Yunusa, who is currently on bail, was also present in court, and his lawyer told the journalist that he is eager to have the case concluded. Meanwhile, the parents of Ese Oruru, who were also present in court, expressed concern over the outcome of the case, as well as the education and living conditions of their daughter and her baby, owing to their inability to adequately cater for their needs. Dairu is accused of conspiring to abduct Ese to Kanu and is facing a 5-count charge of criminal abduction, sexual exploitation, and unlawful carnal knowledge of a minor. And now, the people of a local government in Cross River State are counting their losses after a clash between two factions of the community. The incident said to have been triggered by a long-standing chieftaincy tussle that is, resulted in the death of at least 20 people, with many others injured and property worth millions of naira destroyed. A visit to the community by Channels Television reveals a deserted village, as the residents are said to have fled to seek refuge in neighboring communities. Meanwhile, the police have promised to keep the area secure.
A sad tale of a community counting its losses following conflicts that left many homes completely destroyed. One may ask why all these destruction, and the answer you get, it's a chieftaincy tussle. 18th of September 2016 remains a dark day for New Netim community when suspected youths from a neighboring community invaded the town. Sad tale of a community counting its losses following conflicts that left many homes completely destroyed. One may ask why all these destruction, and the answer you get, it's a chieftaincy tussle. 18th of September 2016 remains a dark day for New Netim community when suspected youths from a neighboring community invaded the town, carrying machetes, guns and patrol to set these houses ablaze.
The tenants who are living here, they were the people who came and told me, said, let me leave the house. So I left without picking anything except this very cloth. The following 2 days, I heard that they had damaged my house.
Two cults decided to fight, and before started burning house and destroying things. So that's how we decided to pack our things out of this place to another place.
None of the key actors are here to tell the story, but this septuagenarian, Mr. Isaac Akpan, paints a vivid picture of how mayhem was visited on the community. The people of New Netim no longer feel safe as they flee the community. The worst hit by the communal clash is a locality in Odukpani local government area of Cross River State, approximately 20 minutes drive from Calabar, the state capital. It is alleged that one of the factions was presented a certificate of recognition as a village head of New Netim without following due process. Paramount ruler of the Dupani local government area, His Royal Highness Asakara Ekanem Umor, says peace can be restored to the community by the intervention of the state government. He wants government to hastily set up a judicial panel of inquiry to investigate the remote cause of the crisis to avert more killings.
New Netim must have peace as far as the village headship is concerned. They must investigate how the village headship certificate of recognition came about, right? And once that is settled, then New Netim would be at peace with itself. I advocate that they should investigate seriously how one of the factions in New Netim, Chief Village Head Tussle, got a certificate from the government without going through the proper channel.
The police insist the situation is under control to ensure that peace is restored back to the community.
And not only that place, to secure Cross River State as a whole. So we have started reviewing our strategy, what went wrong, and what steps we are going to take to ensure that this does not repeat itself again.
The first time fight broke out between the two factions was last December, though there was no bloodshed, but threats were made. Surprisingly, security operatives appear to have failed in following up, and the result is what we now see in this massive destruction of New Netim.
The North Central, the Plateau State government, is considering the option of granting amnesty to those in possession of firearms. Now, the state government is also willing to exchange the arms for cash, with amnesties duly compensated. Governor Samuel Along gave this indication after inspecting the recovered arms at the headquarters of Operation Safe Haven in Jos, the Plateau State capital.
Rifles, machine guns and ammunition of different types, sizes and shapes displayed at the Operation Safe Haven headquarters in Jos, the Plateau State capital. These locally manufactured and sophisticated weapons were recovered by men of the Special Task Force in their various operations across the state. The increase of firearms in circulation across the state has been a major concern, not only to the government, but also the security agents. Governor Lalong has come to see for himself the weapons. He is pleased with the achievements so far by the military in the mop-up exercise. The governor also promises to grant amnesty to those who willingly surrender such firearms.
We may have more of it still in the hands of our youth. What I can do is, first of all, to appeal to our youth. This is not the time for war. War does not, crisis is not going to help them. If we have people who have the skills to do this, like he said, the state government can help sponsor them and further their skills, so that government will take benefit of it, and then producing this one for the purpose of crisis.
Considering the level of dexterity by manufacturers of locally fabricated firearms, the commander of Operation Safe Haven wants the government to rehabilitate the artisans involved in the manufacture of such arms.
To have artisans that can do this, that the state government can fashion out a way of putting them into good use by discussing with the Ministry of Defense to see how these people can bring them out of their various communities, and then see how we can take them to DICON so that they can be either be employed by DICON or be attached to DICON to improve what they are doing, so we can put them into very good use.
With the proliferation of arms across the state, the government and security agents need to intensify efforts in the mop-up of those arms and come up with strategies that will encourage those in possession of these to willingly surrender, while the government considers empowerment strategies for them.
News across Nigeria coming up. JAM seeks the Senate to stop the planned amendment of an act. We'll tell you what it's about in just a moment. Stay with us.